The first kind of business that I ever had was I was around 15 and I was importing iPod skins because they were just coming out at that time from China and selling them on eBay. So I'd import them for about £1, sell them for about £9 and probably sell 3-4 a day. And yeah, that was a good amount of pocket money for a 15-year-old to have. At university, I studied business economics. And I think if I look back at that course and I look back at the skills that it taught me to really take like a model, look at that model, tear that model apart, and then evaluate like why it works and doesn't work. And I think that was something which really kind of sounds sad, but like tickled my brain, right? Like I really loved looking at things in principle, tearing them down, constructively criticizing them, and then kind of like building something better out of it or seeing how something could be improved. When I look at what I do today from a business point of view, you know, I kind of think anyone can learn a list of things and like repeat them on an exam. But people who can take an idea or the world that they're in, break it down, evaluate it, and then rebuild it in a better way, those are really the kind of people that succeed from a business point of view. My time at university, I got involved in a few different things. So in my first year, I just partied, I had fun. And I think I got to the end of my first year and thought, if I do this for the next 2 years, I don't like where I'm going to end up. So one of the things that I did, which I think had a really positive impact on both my grades and also like my mentality, was I got into rowing and I got into the rowing team. And in the second year, I kind of like really got obsessed with it and learned the importance of like nutrition and health and training. So I think that was a really kind of pivotal decision for me looking back to do something positive with my time at university in my second year and my third year. So then I could engage not just like from a health point of view, but from a studies point of view. As I was leaving university, I saw a flyer for Enterprise Inc. And basically what it was the University of Leicester saying, apply for this, we may be able to give you a grant. From seeing that flyer, I decided to apply. And, you know, I was really, really nervous. I'd never done anything. Like I was pitching a business idea that I could kind of come up with in the year that was kind of online marketing services. And luckily for me, I got accepted. And I think had I not got accepted, I probably wouldn't be in business today. So what that grant gave me was like £3,000 of it, I think, went to training. So it taught me like all the basics of like, how do you start a business? How do you invoice people? How do you like pitch to people? Like, how do you take a business idea and work out if it's good or bad? I walked away with like a lot of interesting ideas to like grow, and also confidence that I could run my own business. You have to think when you're 21, you are in the perfect position to start your own business. You have this like incredible opportunity of space. And the only thing that was, you know, worrying for me is I had rent at the time, and the £3,000 that I got from a grant point of view allowed me to get a bit of space to pay my rent for about 6 months to grow my business idea. PM Connect is a company that takes content, it partners it with carriers and allows users to pay for that content on their phone bill rather than their credit card. In a country like the UK, it just means it's a payment option for users. So instead of paying for Netflix on your credit card, you pay for it on your phone bill. And you might pick that just because of the variation. One of my biggest strengths is identifying and embracing what I'm bad at. When you see success and you get on a roll of success, arrogance can creep in. But actually, modesty, humility, and identifying what you're bad at is actually one of the biggest strengths you can have as an entrepreneur. Failure is seen in society as a bad thing, or typically is framed badly. Life is about failure, right? So when you learn to walk, you fall over, right? And you try again. when you learn like a new skill, like learning to cook, like you burn stuff, right? And everything that you've tried to do in life, typically you will fail at, and you consistently try again, and eventually you get the hang of it. So the way I look at failure is like that's progress. In fact, like if I'm not failing semi-consistently, it's just signals to me that I'm not pushing myself outside my comfort zone. I was in the fortunate position where I founded a business at 22. It took like a few years, but it found incredible scalability and put me in a position in life that I never thought I would be in, nor did I really want to be in it. So if you think, I started off a 3-person business with an idea, and we all drove towards the idea. And as we grew, we took on more people, and that resulted in me becoming a leader. But I don't like being a leader. I just like creating. I like building an idea and proving that it works and measuring that KPI in margin. From my core business, I put in someone who is more of a leader than me, which has given me a little bit more freedom, daily. So I still work with PM Connect, and I still advise it, and I still get involved in probably the stuff I shouldn't be getting involved in, but I love it. I'm also advising a few different businesses, specifically within blockchain. I think blockchain technology is the future. It probably has not matured where it needs to go to yet. But there are 8-person teams building $100 million products at the moment. It feels to me like what the internet was in 1998. And then in terms from a personal point of view, I'm getting married. I've got my dogs. What's next for me? I want to learn more about blockchain technology and add value to that industry. I also want to advise entrepreneurs more, because I get a lot out of mentoring, and I enjoy taking someone's idea and passion and helping them succeed with it.